Yeah.
Schrondongers.
That's not Schrodinger's whatever.
Schrodinger's
Sam's Resort.
I don't know. I feel like you guys drop this shit, and I don't know.
Bits of knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't get these bits of knowledge in school. We learned about fucking.
I didn't either. I looked them up when I left Christianity.
I pretty much know Occam's razor, and that's it. And like Russell's teapot.
Occam's razor and Russell's teapot are the big ones.
Fun stuff. I don't think we want to discuss that though. That's boring.
Anyways, I'm cutting all of this out of BoyFlop. Welcome to BoyFlop 30.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's a fun discussion.
No, I'm kidding.
What if we make people angry by talking about logical fallacies?
Boy, it's better than being
Jesus
angry
was black. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. I'd rather be angry about this than fucking Leafy is here. What fucking episode are we on?
What? 37?
We cannot be. I want to say 36. I'm literally looking this up.
I don't know.
I want to say 37. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Okay. 30 wasn't 30. No. Yeah. Because 35 was with Lyle.
Let's just make the title of this video Leafy is here and iDubbbz.
Yeah.
No.
We'll get tons of views.
I don't want to talk about that.
No.
I hate everything.
We don't talk about it. We just make it the title. And
just put them in the thumbnail.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate everything. Just did that. Like literally just uploaded that. All right. I'm going to the SoundCloud. We got to get on iTunes. I just need to.
Don't we need like an RSS feed or whatever?
It's such a bitch. Like everyone says get Libsyn or whatever, and like it gave me so much shit. So I don't know.
We shouldn't talk about logical fallacies, but we should talk about the technical difficulties of the podcast. On the podcast.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck episode we're on.
No,
people can't
just fucking
36. We are at episode 36. I'm Family Jules. Haha.
I'm your boy Jonathan Young.
I'm Richard 7X.
Yeah, and there's where the 7X went.
Yeah.
And on BoyFlop today, we talk about why we haven't recorded BoyFlop in 2 weeks.
Whatever.
Yeah, there's the conversation. So what's up with you guys?
Well, I was under the impression that we were going to make tonight.
I don't want to make a whole fucking episode out of it.
No, we can have a section in there.
Yeah, no, I think we should have a section.
And this should be towards
What's going on?
Should be towards the beginning of the episode.
So we're coming up on a year of BoyFlop, right?
Right.
And I figured like
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
We're coming up on it. It's not here.
Yeah.
But it's on our doorstep.
Schrodinger's teeth. Russell's cat.
Yeah.
Russell's cat. Russell's kitty.
I figured like I think we've been really good about just pretty much being like fuck what people
fuck what people think.
Well, that's what no, honestly,
stupid.
like let's not have any fucking structure to this. Let's just be fucking 100% ourselves. Like not try to be anything, just 100% just chill.
Except the
But
very
that's
best.
disgusting.
It's yeah. Stop making Pokemon albums.
Yeah.
It's bleeding into the rest of your life.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I saw your lyrical sheets in there for like when you were supposed to say certain Pokemon.
No, that was for Austin.
That was for Austin. I thought that was for you.
No, because he came and he recorded and we immediately filmed. So he didn't have any of his lyrics memorized.
Did you see the guy who got mugged playing Pokemon Go?
I heard. Well,
I just watched.
I heard about a lot of different people getting mugged.
No, somebody was streaming live and got mugged in New York City.
This dude just walks up behind him while he's streaming, sucker
punches him.
I think he broke his jaw.
Yep. No, I think he
like he was tweeting. He's just like my jaw is wired shut.
Yeah, I think that was from him hitting the pavement. But I think later he said he was fine. But then he was like, "Oh shit, I got to drink everything from a straw now."
Yeah.
Like so, I don't know.
Damn.
But it's like it was being and like the guy's face is right there, and this was literally yesterday. I think. So.
I felt really insensitive. I made my best Reddit comment I ever had because I woke up to it having 250 upvotes this morning. I commented, I said, "Damn, Team Rocket's fucking scary in real life." But anyways, the fuck? Right.
We were gonna do questions, maybe.
Yeah,
we're gonna do
should.
We just figured we'd open it up. I mean,
are we doing that today?
Yeah, we should fucking do it.
Okay.
Just go
I
done.
don't think we should like go through all of them. I think we should just kind of like.
How many do we have?
Probably a lot. I don't know. I didn't even
Probably
look
like
at
4 in there.
Rachel was just like, "Wow, you got a lot of questions." Like a few hours after we posted
Rachel probably made half of those herself.
Maybe these are already okay. So I don't know if we should actually answer these like in text.
It's question time.
Should we like actually type out the answers or just be like, listen to episode 36?
Just tell them to listen. Fuck typing. Ask FM sucks.
Don't type out. We're
answering it here.
We're answering it right now.
Yeah.
Just copy paste the phrase "listen to the next episode" and we'll answer your question.
It's funny.
Put that in every.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, here's the first question. I think. Wait, no, that's question of the day. Fuck that shit. Get out of here.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Yeah, it was like, where can happiness be found? I'm like, that's the dumbest question I've ever heard.
Justin Bieber's new single?
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks.
All right, this question. Okay, wait. I want to make sure that we're going from oldest to newest here.
Scroll down.
Okay. The first question is: post a picture of you wearing your favorite pair of sunglasses.
I don't own sunglasses.
Okay, that's the dumbest fucking question I've ever heard in my life.
That's not nice to whoever asked it.
It's not a question.
You're a question.
It's literally ordering.
Then it's not the dumbest question you've ever heard because it's not a question. You fuck
True.
shit.
I guess I'm
that
the
depends
question.
if it was intended as a question.
What kind of shoes do you wear the most?
The shoe kind. I don't know.
Nice. I wear Converse.
Flip flops and Converse.
I have a shitty pair of like $45 Dr. Scholl's shoes that are like, they're actually awesome. Hold on, I'm too far away from the mic. They're actually awesome. Like Dr. Scholl's sucks, but these for some reason are really durable and really comfy, and they look like Vans. So
I remember one of our first long conversations we had when we moved out here. You were talking about your fucking Dr. Scholl shoes, I think.
It blows my mind. People are like, dude, what are those? I'm like, fucking like Kohl's shoes. Like they suck, but they're awesome.
Oh, that's why you went to Kohl's to get shoes.
I was trying to find those shoes. They said they carried them there, but I found those Vans instead. Those are fine.
So yeah, he was like, the other day, he was just like, oh, I want to go buy shoes. We got to go to Kohl's. I was just like, okay.
I told you, dipshit.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, I
very specifically said like, oh yeah, these shoes that I like are at Kohl's, so I'm going to Kohl's to get these shoes that I like.
Yeah.
Jules hadn't had his third coffee by the time you said that.
Yeah,
so
probably.
I think wasn't Rachel with us?
Rachel was with us.
Yeah, and she was like memeing, so
I just figured I wouldn't ask because then you'd give me the fucking Schrodinger's razor fucking.
Where is this coming from?
So there's your answer. Are these even like
Shimblingers?
No. I think these are actually. I thought the first question was so generic that I figured it was another one of those like whatever.
It should tell you if it's.
It'll say in the upper corner.
Okay, I'm sorry if you asked me the question about the sunglasses, but it wasn't a question. I'm sorry.
You just contradicted yourself.
What did I say?
I said I'm sorry to the person who asked the question.
You're still on that. Semantics. They're on AskFM.
I'm fucking with
They're breaking the rules.
We've taken 5 minutes about favorite shoe.
Whatever. I'm trying to move forward.
It's a question.
I'm trying to move forward. What is your favorite tea? I love I like throat coat, even as not just when I'm fucking like
Target throat coat tea.
Dude,
I drink it
so good.
just straight now.
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm trying to think of other teas.
You like green tea?
I like green tea. I always get green tea when I get sushi. I don't know. I just feel like it's part of the like. I go to sushi, I get green tea. I'm not gonna get a fucking like coffee or something.
If you count it, like if you go to like any like mom and pop loose leaf tea place or like Teavana or something, they're gonna have like all this tea that tastes like absurd, especially when you put a little bit of honey in it.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, it's hard to unless it's like old or shitty or like I don't know, like Walmart tea. It's pretty easy to get okay tea. It's just like it's okay.
Yeah. Good question. That had a question mark at the end. How do you deal with the lame haters? I like this one.
Those lame haters.
Yeah.
You first, John.
Oh God, why me first?
I don't know.
What do you do when somebody sends you? Oh,
lame hate
I would have liked
Sends
it.
me or comments?
Whatever, same thing.
When I get really bad comments, I ban people from my channel.
Nice.
Because like it's my channel and I don't need to deal with that.
Yeah.
And freedom of speech. No, it's my channel, and you're commenting on.
This isn't a public forum.
Yeah,
this is on my forum. Sorry.
This is a Jonathan Young comment section, not a freedom of speech comment section. Sorry.
Go start your own forum.
Every now and then, if somebody says something that's like not hating but a little off, I'll like throw my 2 cents at them tastefully. But
and then they get defensive and go.
Sometimes they actually apologize, but usually I either ignore them or I delete comments and ban people.
I feel like it's a very low percentage. Like I've had it too, where I've thrown something in there and they're like, "Oh, dude, I didn't think about it that way. Sorry." But like, I feel like usually it's best to either just like. I mean, I hate to be, the fucking mom, but just ignor them or delete the comment or whatever.
I usually just delete it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be, like, especially when I wasn't getting a bazillion comments all the time, but, like, I used to, if I got a comment where it was, like, not even, like, intentionally mean, just kind of, like, harsh. Like, I was just like, this would be good except you blah, blah, blah. Or, like, I would like it better if you blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and then, like, now I'm just kind of like, shut up and delete.
I used to call people out all the time. And sometimes it would be worth it. And most of the time it wasn't.
It's almost never worth it.
But I don't know.
Because, like, because you comment on it, it gets shot up to the front of the top comments.
Yep. And then everyone has
to add their 2 cents. And then it turns into a shit show. If you like comment engagement, that's one way to do it. Yep. The best is actually sometimes I'll let particular comments that are especially shitty, I'll let them slide, or I'll even approve them from the spam filter because I know other people are going to defend them. Yeah. And I'll be like, engagement. Yeah. I'll let everyone just fight. Yeah. I'll just let people fight, and then I'll get better algorithmic scores.
Sometimes I'll just meme on haters, and then it'll shoot up to the top because of my.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like that's good too. When someone has just like a novel of things they don't like, and then you say like okay, and you're just like no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So either meme on your lame haters or just delete the comment because it's not worth it.
That we all just answered in a very like practical and emotionless kind of a way. But as far as like dealing with it like emotionally, like you need to get to a point not only with your state of mind but with your content where without sounding cocky.
No, I know exactly what you're about to say.
You need to know that you're good. You know. Once you're good,
it's not so much good,
right?
As much as okay. Like I was having this conversation with somebody because like I haven't been there up until recently, and it's not so much that you think that you're good, so much as you sound the way you want to sound.
Sometimes. For me, it's the other way around. For me, it's like, I know I'm a good singer, but I always hate everything that I made more than 3 months ago.
Well, yeah.
So,
but like when you put something out, you have the knowledge, you have the technical prowess, whatever, to make it sound the way you wanted, and every like whatever part of it, like you did that on purpose. You didn't throw these tracks and be like, well, I hope that sounds good to people.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, the bottom line is that like if somebody comments. Like, for example, if someone were to comment bitching about your guitar technique, unless that person is in the top 0.5 percentile of guitarists in the world, they really...
I'm sorry.
But like,
I'm leaving that in.
Unless they're so good, they probably actually don't have anything legitimate to critique about.
Well, setting them aside, like, fuck them if they're coming on your thing and giving you unsolicited advice. What I'm saying, though, is that they aren't.
Right. So know that they aren't. Right. And if somebody bitches about your guitar playing, remind yourself this person probably doesn't know their shit.
I mean, that doesn't always work for people, though. I think what's been helping me the most, because like I've been getting actually a lot of like negative stuff on that last video. Like I got a really good like ratio, but a lot of people were like really complaining about it. The thing that like made me feel better about it was just like, well, I achieved what I wanted to achieve. Yeah. It sounds how I wanted to sound. I didn't really have any worry about what other people thought of it. And that's not easy to get to. I'm not saying that like, just do that, but it's just something to work towards. I didn't mean
to imply that it was simple either.
Yeah.
I just mean like you need to work towards willing yourself into a state of mind that is
secure.
Secure.
Yeah.
Like there's really there's no silver bullet other than just like being a more confident and rational person, I guess.
See, I've never really had this problem.
I haven't had it for years either.
Because even when my mixes were garbage and I'd get mean comments, like I'd take personal offense to them, but I'd just be like, shut up and like delete them. Because it's like not worth it to get upset about it.
Well, here's what it is. It's sometimes you'll get a comment that sort of twists a knife that you already stuck there yourself.
Yeah.
So like sometimes like this is a bad example, but like when I first started my channel, I was really insecure about, and this sounds stupid, but like I was really insecure about the way that I dressed when I first started my YouTube channel. And I had just like gotten rid of all of my old clothes and bought new ones.
And your buckets.
Right. I had gotten rid of all of that. I had just bought
fingerless gloves.
Yeah, I had just bought all new clothes, and I thought to myself, okay, like I want to be presenting myself in a different way because I don't want to look like a slob anymore.
Yeah.
And then when I would get a comment that would say, "Oh, you look like fucking whatever with these stupid clothes," that didn't happen very often. But when it did, it was like, fuck, I'm already so insecure about that particular thing that when somebody points it out, it's like holding me in front of a mirror and saying, look at this thing that you don't like about yourself.
So at that point, I guess this goes beyond the question, but at that point, do you reply to the comment or delete it?
You have to get to a point where you delete it. Because
see, that what I was going to say
your instinct is to reply.
Yeah. But that is like a dumb thing to do because then it calls attention to it. It's just going to make you more upset.
Exactly.
It's almost just like, it's like in the face of emotion, still think logically. Like if I reply to this person, what I've done in the past is if someone has done that where they twist a particular knife or like really strike a chord that like bugs the fuck out of me, I'll delete the comment and private message them and be like, okay, talk to me here because you're pissing me off and I want to get on the same page. And if you're a dick, I'm just going to fucking ban you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and I've actually lately I've kind of been getting worse about that personally. Where like I've actually been more likely to respond to comments than I have been to delete. But like I've never in my I can probably count on one hand how many comments I've deleted in all 6 years I've been on YouTube.
I delete comments like
liberating just to like see a comment that you know is just stupid and shitty and just it's gone now.
Just like, you're not going to get any validation. Bye.
Well, because that's what they want.
Yeah,
when somebody types a hateful comment, they
want you to feed the troll.
They're going to go on with their day. They're going to forget about your video. I mean, that's how the spotlight effect works. Like you think that they're consumed with hatred for you, but they're just being a bitch. And all that they want is for somebody else to agree with them so that they can pat themselves on the back. So if you give them that satisfaction of...
Or they can get lots of upvotes and be first on your video when you scroll down the comments.
Even if it's just 2 upvotes of people that came to the video because they thought that you were playing progressive metal, but instead you're playing gent or whatever. Like, you know.
It's like... I've actually had one case where I delete someone's comment because it was being really rude by trying to solicit advice or something or like give me advice. And I deleted the comment and I didn't say anything. And then they commented again and be like, why'd you delete my comment? And then I just like deleted it, banned him and sent him a private message that said, because you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like, bam, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes like it doesn't work out that cleanly.
Yeah.
Like I had a comment thread where this guy commented and was very passive aggressively like, you shouldn't have done this song in this style. Your voice would much better suit this style. You were wrong to do it in this style. And I replied to that comment and I said, no, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And for some reason, a couple people that saw that comment thread thought that I was like being a dick. And I was just like, no, I just want to do my own thing. But like, then this guy started backpedaling and he started like,
I remember this.
Yeah. Because like, I was literally sitting there like, okay, is it too much for me to ask for me to be able to play in the style that I choose to play in? Do what I want
on my channel,
but if I had just deleted the comment and forgotten about it, there wouldn't have been a huge flame war between my fans and my sort of fans that thought somehow that I was getting too defensive by saying I want to do what I want on my YouTube channel.
There's going to be people too who are like who are probably thinking to themselves upon hearing this like, oh, freedom of speech, censorship. It's like, yeah, we're selectively censoring people who are fucking dicks for the sake of being dicks.
If you want to start your own YouTube channel and post videos about how I use too much vocal compression or how I, like, be my guest, because that's freedom of speech.
I'll favorite it. Like if it's about my guitar playing or something.
But it's kind of like how people people like bitch about companies censoring stuff that, like, it's like how people complain about like, oh, like Target kicked me out of their store for saying something It's like, yeah, because that's
private property.
Like,
that's a good example.
You know, like YouTube is not public domain. YouTube is a corporation.
Yeah.
And you can
start your own thing where you dictate what gets said.
Yeah.
But it's not public.
So like nobody's hindering your freedom of speech. They're just protecting their own business interests, you know?
And also you're a dick. Shut up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Public speech is a meme now.
Yeah.
I knew we were going to spend some time on that one. Okay.
It was a good question.
Sorry.
Here's a question.
Oh boy.
Are you stylish?
No.
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 Next question. Oh shit, I'm deleting these. I probably should.
That's okay.
Dick.
That's okay.
Whatever. I wonder if I can undelete them. Simple question. What are your guys' favorite tracks from Necrodancer?
Dance for your life. Is that from Necrodancer?
Yeah.
It's technically on the...
It's a medley.
It's a bonus
It's
track
a medley of tracks from Necrodancer. And it's on the... Yeah, it's on the...
The official metal soundtrack.
I really like my version of 4-3. Favorite tracks from Necrodancer. 3-1 Cold is really good. I do like 4-3. Dead Ringer's fun. I don't know, those three.
Yeah, Dead Ringer's really good. I love A Rival's Lobby. It's just so
it's silly.
Fucking like.
If you're including multiple versions, like the other, I was just thinking like the zones.
It's part of the. I mean,
it's true.
The official soundtrack. I think my favorite. I don't know.
Oh, 2-1. 2-1's really good too. Fuck, the entire Zone 2. The entire soundtrack's good. Danny, you suck.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the names of the songs.
I just know the zones.
You know how Danny named all the songs? Well, I mean, they were all 2-1, 2-2, 2-3.
Story like twice.
No, he actually went on excessive profanity, right? He went on his stream, and during his cast, he just had people in the chat just be like, "Yo, guys, what should I call this song?" And then they just like looked at the chat and said, like, while they were playing the song, and they were like, "Oh, that one's good. Just call it that one."
Yeah.
Like, and they named the entire fucking soundtrack that.
That's cool.
It works. Like they came up. I think Scoot came up with one of the names for the songs.
It was. I remember he did that, and he was like freaking out about it. It wasn't The White to Remain, was it?
No, that's no.
I can't remember.
That's too easy for Scoot. I can't believe I'm saying that sentence.
Evan sucks. I don't know.
Okay. Here, the next question is, and again, I haven't had any names yet, so these are all anonymous.
Sure.
Are we ever going to witness the creation of a BoyFlop themed song?
What?
I mean, no.
What does that mean? Like where we sing about how floppy we are?
A BoyFlop theme song? I mean, I guess we have the
theme song.
Well, no, it's a themed.
A BoyFlop themed song.
Themed song.
Well, the closest thing would be our stupid floppy the thing.
Fuck no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
No, I doubt
I'm
it.
sorry. I think I know what they were getting at. Like, oh, let's meme on ourselves and make a cute little song.
Yeah.
But like, that would be so much effort for jerking our own meme cocks.
Yeah, people. If you guys haven't realized yet, listening, like BoyFlop is really just kind of like.
Whatever.
Yeah, we don't really put a lot of effort into this. Like this is like. We do an hour once a week sometimes.
It forces us to talk.
Yeah, that's about it. Like
it's
going further than that. Like I was talking to him like maybe about doing in the future just like a few streams where it's like the three of us or whatever.
Yeah.
Like where we just play like fucking Overwatch or something.
Yeah.
Like that could be fun.
That'd be fun.
But more than that, no.
Well, my idea. You remember my idea for that, right?
Not the trash can one, please.
No, not the trash can. Like there was a night a little while ago where Jules and I were just like, oh, I'm bored. Let's look at the free games on Steam, and then we played really bad free games, and it was really fun because they were off. Remember you played that game where you go fast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody. Oh, Josiah commented on the fact that I owned that game. He just said, "What the fuck?"
Wait, which one? That like
the Road Destruction.
That, like Brazilian made
it
like
was fun.
50 cent like.
It was actually fun.
It was pretty good.
I liked it.
It was worth the 50 cents. I'll give it that.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see. This is a long one. This is from Hugo Junstrand.
Oh, I know that guy.
Considering you three roommates are all musicians, how often has it happened that some of you guys have borrowed instruments or any of the likes from one another for your projects? Emphasis on borrowed.
I still have your Ebo.
That's the only thing I can think of. Like
you've borrowed my PRS when your Schecter was out of commission.
Rich borrowed my automaton.
I borrowed your automaton. I swear one of you stole my bass. Not this current one. One of you borrowed my bass. Maybe
so.
I might be remembering
I've always
incorrectly.
used my own bass. That was Parecki.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I guess that's if we're including guests.
That was our guest.
Like when we have a guest here, they just use like whatever instruments are available. Which I have a spare guitar, I have a spare bass.
We all kind of have our own instruments.
Well, that's the thing is like we're all self-sustaining with instruments that we don't really need to borrow anything unless it's a case like an ebow or an automaton.
Well, we will kind of like borrow. I guess this isn't an instrument, but it's kind of like, hey, come listen to this.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, let me throw this up on your monitors.
Borrow your ears.
Let me borrow your computer so I can hear what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's probably the closest thing and the most frequent thing. But like, just being like, yo, Jules, let me borrow your Schecter guitar. That I probably wouldn't do that.
Right. Well, like, I mean, the other thing I can think of is just like a lot more will ask each other for like somebody to play something on our own thing.
Yeah, collabs.
Like, like if I need like quick vocals for, You Are Dead or like, just shit like that. But like, like
you guys have both used my filming equipment.
Yeah.
But that's not really the same thing.
Yeah, your bed sheets and your construction
line. I set up a bunch of
actually don't think I've done a video for my channel in there yet.
I use it pretty frequently.
Anyway, I set up a bunch of lights and backdrops in the.
That's right.
But it's going to be on my channel
in the garage, and they sometimes use them.
Speaking of which, I got a new lighting thing today, and
new equipment.
Yeah, new equipment. Neither of you have seen it yet, but it's pretty cool.
This is from Samuel Martin. What is the best part about living together? I'll answer this. Honestly, you guys can meme in a second. The best part about living with both of you guys is you guys are both as equally reclusive as I am. So we live with each other but we only see each other a very reasonable amount of time each day.
I'll bug you to get coffee, and John, I see you in passing when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, we sometimes are both we both get hungry at the same time, and then we chat about YouTube for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But
it's really controlled, and it never feels.
We respect each other's privacy, which is really important.
Well, if I can contribute, the privacy thing, that's definitely good. I don't think there's been a time where someone just fucking barges in or just fucking does something that pisses me off too much or
we haven't walked in on any of the others jacking off yet. I don't think
that you know of.
Unless you two.
No, I don't think that's happened. What I was gonna say is the place. It's you're not living alone because living alone fucking sucks.
Yeah. Rent.
And rent's easier, and plus there's just minimal interpersonal interaction is great.
Right.
But what's great beyond that is the fact that all of the roommates, like you two, and I think you guys will agree with this, we're all kind of in the same mindset.
Yeah.
In fact, we're exactly in the same mindset most of the time when it comes to being creative.
Well,
let me finish the thought. Because before here, I lived with a bunch of my friends, and that was great. But their aspirations were different than mine, and what they wanted to do after work or whatever was different from mine. So I would be working, and they'd be like, "Come on, hang out. You've been working all day." And it's and I'd be like, "Hey, you want to hear this thing?" And then go over their head, "Oh, I don't understand." With you guys, I don't have the problem. It's just "Hey, I'm working on a nerdy thing," and you're both "Cool."
Yeah.
And I'm working on a nerdy thing too. So it's it's easy to get into a creative mood because everyone's creative.
Right.
Well, and just on I guess a deeper level than that, without getting too into it,
Papa,
people, I don't know, I find it very hard to develop lasting relationships with people who don't know or who don't do similar things than I do. Mm-hmm. Even if it's people need to understand what it means to be a self-employed content creator in order to fully get what I do and why I do it, when I do it, and how I do it.
Yeah.
So living with other content creators is nice because I don't need to.
It's unspoken.
I don't need to remind my roommates, look, dude, you can't have parties every night because I need to record vocals. We all know. We all know what each of us are kind of dealing with.
I think that's
basis.
I think that's much more general to not just to what we do. I feel it's the same thing. Why a lot of people stop hanging out with their high school friends. A lot of people stop hanging out with college. The mindsets change, and you the friendships that you try to maintain with people that don't have the same mindset, you're not going to be close anymore. It's just that's kind of how it is.
Those are just kids that you like, people you like meet in school and stuff, and you can form like lasting relationships with those people. That there's no one arguing it. But not only is it like I live with people where our interests are generally pretty aligned, where it's like, okay, I like video games, I like music, I like production, but also our jobs are right there too. So it's like, there's not much that's dissimilar.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a vocalist that does Disney stuff and we do video game shit, but it's still like up the same alley.
Right. But we're all in the music YouTube scene.
Yeah.
But also like, there's something also to be said about like surrounding yourself with people who push you in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Because like when I was living at my parents' house, I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have any reason to post videos on YouTube, and I didn't have any motivation to be productive other than my own self-motivation. But living with other content creators, it's like I see you guys working and I feel like I should be working.
Oh yeah.
So
that's like a thing where it's like, la la la, go to the kitchen. I'm just gonna fuck around all day. Man, Jules is working. I hear John singing. Fuck, I should do something.
Right, and that's a good vibe because like if I were roommates with like some dudes that just like drank and played video games all day, which sometimes we do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
But if I was roommates with people like that, if I walked past them playing video games instead of walking past you guys working, I might feel like, oh, I don't want to be left out of the video games, and then I'm not getting anything done.
You don't want to feel like the odd one out.
Right.
That's kind of what I was saying is like, my buddy, like my friends, they're great. I love my friends back home, but like this stuff kind of goes over their head a little bit and they don't quite understand what it means to me when I say I'm working. They're like, well, you've been working all day. I'm like, no, that's different. I'm working on, I'm doing different work now.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good for your mental health. Just do it.
I mean, you should be doing that like naturally. You should be like kind of moving away from people that like, I mean, I actually had a conversation with somebody in my Discord 2 days ago, somebody who actually found out about me through a podcast I was a special guest on for a high school friend of mine.
Nice.
And he was like one of his only viewers, and like it sucks because his podcast was really, really good. But now it's just like, hey, like, have you talked to any of those guys like in a while? And and I was starting to think about it, like just asking him. I'm just like, wow, like when I hung out with those guys, like all we did was just we'd meet up and we'd break out laptops and play video games, just not talk to each other, just sit in the same room and play video games. And like I feel like I was trying so hard to like latch on to those relationships that I had in high school. Like I didn't want to be like all the like the people who were like, oh, I haven't talked to anybody I hung out with in high school. Like for some reason, like in my head I was just like, wow, that's really shitty. Like I want to still be friends with these people because I still care about them.
But then you think about it and it's like, well, there are better people that I could be associating with.
Yeah, it's just like it's not even so much better people as much as just like
better for you.
Right. It's not good for me that I'm spending all this time doing something I don't really enjoy and sacrificing working, being productive.
Let's put it this way. There aren't many cases where I would meet a random person on a Skype call, and if they invited me to move to San Diego with them, I'd instantly say yes. That's what happened with John and I, and then Jules hopped on too, and it was just kind of like, yeah, why not? I mean, we're all doing the same thing. You think about it, and it's like, man, these are just people I don't know. They're internet people. It's like, well, they do what I do. Their interests are the same as mine.
But that's like there's this unspoken thing. Like we're like, let's say you're a freelance graphic designer. If you are talking to another freelance graphic designer, even if you know nothing about them, there's still that unspoken bond that like this person knows exactly what I go through when
you're gonna have stuff in common,
right? Like you already know that like the way that you live your life.
You can talk shop. Right. You can skip small talk. You can talk shop, which is like, that's a big step. That's a big step.
For content creators and for artists, like talking shop is talking about the thing that means the most to you usually. Yep. So you get kind of personal really fast as opposed to like, what's the weather like?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway. That's a really good question.
Good question.
Fuck yeah. This
is fun.
This question's not good. This is really fucking unfair. What game has your favorite OST?
Skyrim.
No.
Fuck you.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying I refuse to answer.
That's his answer.
Okay.
His answer
is no. I have... Damn it.
Wait, was the question your favorite or the best?
What game has your favorite OST?
Okay, then Skyrim. Yes.
excluding Undertale because fuck you. Pokemon Emerald. I love that one.
Okay.
There's others, but if I had to pick one that really stands out to me as being like playing the biggest role, other than Undertale, because I can't count that one. I've thought about this question because I've gotten in the past, and I can't say that fucking game. Yeah. It's not fair to the other games.
Yep.
But Generation 3 Pokemon is really good.
Gonna be, no curveballs here. I think Jet Force Gemini. It's the fucking dream team composers of Rare, minus Grant.
Played that.
Well, no one played it. Oh. It went under the radar. It wasn't even on
Rare. You made me play it, and I was like, "This sucks."
No, I think it was. Wait, no, was it, or was it not on Rare Replay? I don't remember. Whatever. No, it wasn't. It was, and people hated it because they changed the controls, and it was like really awkward. The soundtrack's absolutely wonderful. It's orchestra, fucking just so well written. I love it. I'm
gonna give an honorable mention to Super Mario Sunshine.
Nice, yeah.
Good taste.
This is from John Pegger.
Nice.
How often do you guys arrange something, not like it, and start over from scratch?
Once every couple months.
Almost never.
Almost never, because what I usually do when I reach that point of like, I don't know, like this happened to me recently. Either one, I'll get to the point where I'm just like, this isn't going anywhere, and drop it.
Yeah, I just shelved it.
Yeah, shelve it. Or I just, even though I hate it, I keep pushing, and eventually it hooks. It eventually, like, I'm like, yeah.
I think I've just dropped it and restarted from scratch maybe twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. Well, more often than not, if I do that, it's because I record something, I forget to finish it, and then by the time I remember to finish it, I have completely changed my process and all of my gear. Yeah. So it's like, wow, I could just re-record all of this and it would just be better because I'm better now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes it's stupid. Like sometimes I'll like add tambourine and suddenly everything's exactly how I want it to sound. Like just stupid shit like that.
I've totally done that where it's like, okay, my go-to, as most people who are familiar with my work know, my go-to is like, my mix sounds empty. Let's do some tremolo picking.
I was just going to say, I bet you're going to say
and it's like, picking. Oh wow, that fills everything in now. It sounds great now.
Yeah.
That's or like just find like a synth to occupy that area, and it's like, oh yeah, it fills it out. That's good.
Yeah. This is from Rafe Adler. And again, I'm sorry if I fuck up your names.
Nice.
Do you see future in YouTube, or do you guys think you're going to leave it one day and work on a group studio or something?
I don't want to think about it.
I have thought about this because
does that mean like, do we see a personal future on YouTube, or do we see YouTube failing? I
think he's asking personal.
Like if it's like sustainable.
Well, like I don't think any of us want to do YouTube until we're 60.
Probably not. So like, where do we go from there?
There could be worse things to do.
Yeah, there's worse things to do. It's just, I've thought about that. Just like, what am I going to do? Am I going to be doing YouTube 5 years from now? Am I going to be doing YouTube 10 years from now?
Yeah.
20? Am I going to be doing this when I'm 40? Like, it's a great job. If it's sustainable, then why not? But
Frog
it's like
Leap Studios is 40 at least.
Yeah, like fucking Nintendo Capri Sun. He's been doing this forever, and it looks like he doesn't have any signs of stopping.
Yeah.
There's several YouTubers I watch that are like 35, 40. There's some. Did you see the fucking the Let's Play grandma?
No. Yes!
What?
She's adorable. She's so cute.
She's fucking cute.
There's this grandma.
She's 70.
She's 70 and she plays Skyrim. And it's the cutest fucking thing.
She calls her followers grandchildren.
It's so cute.
There's one episode that doesn't have many views that someone linked in that thread where it's like, she's like, I'm back playing Skyrim again. It's like episode 200.
The first episode, she's like, I'm going up to this Bleak Falls barrow. I need to find some golden claw or something.
And she has more subs than I do.
She's so
I don't think
good.
she does it for a living. She just does it for fun. But it's like, this old lady's making, and like, there's an episode where like, she gets a really good crossbow, and she's like, I'm gonna try this out, and she's like one-shotting people with it, and she's like, oh, this is just so much fun. Hold on, I have to go kill more people. It's like, grandma. So like, I don't know, dude. I mean, like, it's like if it's acceptable and if it works for me, then yeah,
it's acceptable.
No, that's the thing. If it's just if I'm like suddenly like bald fat dad McGee and I'm like still trying to do this, someone tell me.
What if something takes over and YouTube becomes like effectively 9gag?
Red alert.
Then we move to the new thing.
Jump ship and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear is, because like I've said this many times, that I would love to just be an original artist.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear is that I stop uploading to go all in on original artist stuff, and then it backfires and I don't have anything like that. Yeah. That's like my biggest fear, because I'd almost rather, I mean, it sounds stupid, but I'd almost rather play it safe by just doing original music to my existing fan base on YouTube.
Right.
Because I know I can't believe the words are coming out of my mouth, but for me right now, YouTube is stable.
Yeah.
You know, so if I were to jump ship and try and do something else, it would be a huge risk for me.
Yeah.
So
you like that, and it's tough getting to the point where you can say, for me, YouTube is stable. That's fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's rough. So if you like, and all three of us are there, so if you can get there, it's like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna try to milk it for all it's worth.
Right. Why not? Yeah. You know?
I think the way I'm seeing it right now is, I mean, I want to be a game developer. I want to be making music for games. I want to be making original soundtracks for games and stuff. If I can fit in covers, awesome. Lovely. If I can find a way to somehow be able to keep up with an upload schedule that doesn't fuck me by YouTube, then awesome. I would love to do both. However, but I've said it before, my dream is I want to be making music for games.
Right.
And that's that.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking at in the future, so hope for the best. Move on. Next question.
I'd love to try some other things too. I'd love to try like voiceover work, and I'd love to try all these other things, but like at the end of the day, like YouTube has been what has pulled through for me. You know?
Absolutely. How do you guys stay motivated, or rather force yourselves to keep creating consistent quality content? From Eric L.
That's exactly what I do. I force myself to keep creating consistent quality content.
Again, I don't really have this problem. There'll be times where I'm just feeling like dumpy, right? Like not unmotivated, but I'll just try stuff. I'm like not feeling it. I just come back to it a little bit later. Just fucking, come back and be like, okay, I have to try this. And that's the part where you force it, but most of the time I can just sit down and do it.
Dude, like I wish I feel like I don't communicate this enough to people. Like I am the fucking, worst case scenario fucking mid-20s boy, where I wake up every morning, I scream into my pillow until I have the fucking the motivation to just get fucking out of bed, and then eventually I'll sit at my computer, I'll start working on something and be like, oh, cool, that sounds nice, and then I'll fucking work on it. I mean, half the fucking battle is just sitting at the fucking computer and opening the project file.
Here's something that happened to me very recently, and I've been kind of freaking out about it to various people, you two included. Yeah. I woke up yesterday and someone sent me a friend's new video. It was Alejandro, AH Music's.
AH Music, we love you.
Yeah, dude, check out AH Music. He's a fucking beast. He is one of
the most underrated.
Definitely.
YouTubers.
That kid's going places. Yeah. But he, someone sent me his newest thing. It's another medium by Undertale, and I sat down and listened to it. And this doesn't happen that often, but I sat down and I listened to his mix. And I listened to his arrangement. I was like, damn, this is really good. And then I listened to mine. And I was like, man, this is fucking awful. I was literally just like, that doesn't happen that often. That almost never happens with me. I don't think that's me being arrogant. That's just me being realistic. Like, wow, his mixes are a lot better than mine. So I sat down, moped for about 10 minutes, being like, wow, I'm a piece of shit. Opened his fucking music in a spectrum analyzer and just fucking said, okay, he did this. I can fucking do this. I can do this too. I know I can get my mixes sounding better. I just got to make it sound kind of more like his and what other people's good music mixes sound like. So I just sat there all day and fucked with stuff until it sounded better. And that's I don't know. That's unintentionally motivating. Yeah. So I guess my advice is listen to people who are better than you at stuff.
And
listen
to
good music.
Motivated by it.
Yeah. And don't make excuses. Don't be like, well, man.
That's my biggest
don't make
thing.
excuses.
Because I used to be that guy who would only ever get anything done when I felt inspired. But then I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, and I felt like I needed to get somewhere. Yeah. So I just sat down and I was like, okay, if I can get shit done even when I'm not feeling it, or rather if I can make myself feel it, then, and that was it. Like, that was when I don't think it's any coincidence that as soon as I switched to that mentality, that's when my channel, and we've talked about this a million times, but
it's like, don't sit down, get your bad feelings out of the way and say, okay, this person's a person like me. He did it, I can do it too.
Treat it like work, and use everything. Like, if you need to use like the competition of other people that you want to aspire to be like, if you need to use anger that you're not as good as you want to be, like, use all of that to just fuel you. Just like
I feel like you guys have disagreed with me on this before.
We have.
But the thing that helps me the most usually is limit myself. Like, make a challenge out of it and make it so that, okay, I have to make something, but like some stupid challenge. And I know you guys have.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know. Before you said something along the lines of like, why, like, if it wants something, why don't you just give it that or whatever? But like, do something crazy, like make weekly videos, and then just say at a certain point, I just gotta upload it, even if it's bad.
Oh, like, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Oh,
or something a little bit more specific. Like, I want to get better at, something like this, so I have to make a cover. I did this without metal guitars. I have to do it all acoustic guitars. I did a medley like that.
Oh, so I would never disagree with that.
Right.
I just disagree with. I'm just such a perfectionist that I would never be able to bring myself to upload something that I'm not proud of. But as far as like deadlines, and
you could still be a perfectionist and not obsess over things.
Yeah, and I have uploaded videos that I know aren't my best work.
Right. Oh yeah, but you upload a video just to get it up, and you're like, okay, I don't care about this that much.
Well, but in those situations, I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, I'm a YouTuber that uploads every week.
This is my job. This is acceptable. Right. People will like this. This doesn't need to be the fucking Mona Lisa.
Like the deadlines and the forcing yourself out of your own comfort zone, like, yes, abso-fucking-lutely, I love that shit.
Yeah. Next question is, Jules, are you ever going to do weekly covers again? No. The next question is tips for building up calluses.
Play more.
Dude, when I got a guitar, literally, I fucking like slammed my fingers into the fretboard. Like, when I was like laying down, I was like, I'm gonna get fucking calluses, I'm gonna do it somehow. I don't think that helped, but
you just play until it hurts too much, and then stop for a little while, and then play again later.
It won't hurt like that forever.
Yeah,
it feels like it will.
When you first start playing, your wrist fucking hurts, your hand hurts, your fingertips sting. You might cut yourself a little bit.
You know also, playing with good technique helps you build calluses in the right places. And
always
bends help you build calluses like fuck.
I still don't like bending.
Because the wire is actually like cutting into your skin.
It's fun. Like, this is something I've gotten like 3 times in the past week on my Twitch channel, and this is one of my like biggest peeves. Is when people say, my hands are just not made to play guitar.
Oh,
no one says, idiot.
Yeah. I just wasn't born for this. Fuck off.
Yeah. Anyways.
Do you see someone with a fucking PhD in microbiology, and you try to answer one of their fucking questions and say, well, I guess I just wasn't made to get a 8-year PhD.
I'm just not the chosen one.
8 years of training.
Yeah. My life isn't playing out like a Disney movie. I guess that means I should give up.
Listen, not everyone can be born like Paul Gilbert with fucking 5 index fingers.
And even he had to practice.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Unless you literally have fucking debilitating tendonitis or like
if you
arthritis.
chop your hand off or something.
Like everybody has to go through the pain. Everyone's bad. Everyone starts playing awkward.
For example, to piggyback off of you, my sister has an elevated rib that pinches all of the nerves that go down into her arm. So she's a violinist. She wants to be a professional violinist.
Yeah.
And for an entire year and a half, she literally could not play the violin without like sharp agonizing pain in her arm. She's still doing it. Like she took a year off and now she's back at it, even though she has like hypermobile joints and like elevated rib, both like literally the odds are stacked against her, and she's still like going for it instead of saying, oh, I guess I just wasn't born to play violin. Like she's saying, fuck it, fuck whatever genetics made it so that I'm not as easily able to do this.
See, there is like, I think I can't say exactly what. I think there are minor differences in various people where it's like yeah, you might be slightly more predisposed to be better as a musician starting off, but like, you still have to sit there and practice. Right. You still have to sit there and beat your head against a wall for years to be good. You just got to do it. Don't fucking make excuses.
People who use genetics as an absolutist excuse to give up are just coming up with excuses.
Yeah. It's like if you see those videos where those people who are like 5'5" just train until they can dunk a basketball. And it's like, yeah, they had to sit there and train. There's people who are taller who can do it sooner, but they still have to train.
The blind guy that beat Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you can fucking do it. Don't be a defeatist.
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It wasn't easy for any of us, anybody who can do it. Anyways, we're actually, as I suspected, we're out of time for asking, like, you're answering questions and stuff. So I think this is something that we should
How many more do we have?
We didn't even get halfway through.
Jesus.
I guess we like answering questions.
I told you it's fun.
It's fun, but like, I don't know. I also I like talking about what's on our mind and stuff. Like, just things
we can still do that.
We've been doing that for like 50 weeks.
We've also had weeks where we like straight up don't talk about anything interesting. So
right, that's true. We've definitely talked about the same thing.
Let's talk about sleep.
Yeah. I guess that's a good point. Well, all right. So next week we'll answer more of your questions. If you want to ask more questions, then
Travis
go ahead.
is going to be here next week, so we could record with him.
Oh, that'd be rad. But okay.
Yeah.
Jonathan Young, what do you have any announcements? Anything coming up?
I'm working on a Pokemon album.
It's cool.
It's about halfway done. And I'm in talks with Jason Page to do a guest feature on the Pokemon album.
Golly, John, who's Jason Page?
The guy who sang the original Pokemon theme.
You mean that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually still low-key kind of in disbelief that that's happening.
That's pretty wacky.
It's another one of those moments where it's like, oh, I'm actually doing all right with this YouTube thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
I had that too.
Yeah.
As you like carve the pentacle into your forehead.
No, so I'm really excited.
Drain the blood.
I feel kind of bad because I think some of my subscribers are probably getting sick of weekly Pokemon covers, but I've gotten most of kind of the filler ones are out of the way. So I have like 5 more Pokemon covers to record. So there'll be a couple more weeks, and then I'm going to be going back to probably doing fan requests.
Nice.
And that's about it. Rich, what are you doing?
Well, the last 2 uploads were Undertale things, so that should be telling of what the next couple uploads will be. And I don't know, keep an eye on October.
Yay.
Jules may or may not be, and well, people will already know.
Yeah, I think you already mentioned it somewhere in here.
Yeah, he'll be on there.
Yay. I have a lot of shit going on.
We have TwitchCon coming up this month too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So first of all, I actually didn't announce this before. I uploaded a Mimi fucking 50 songs in 2 minutes video that's been controversial. I'm surprised it's not been demonetized. And then I have been working on top 10 shop themes. It's going to be out this week. I was supposed to fucking stream on Twitch today, but they had by the time I took the stream down, there was a more than 20-minute delay between what the viewers were seeing and what was going on.
Whoa.
It was really fucking bad.
That's the worst I've ever heard of it.
It was so bad.
Is that just a Twitch issue?
It seemed like it, because
it seemed like you ended pretty early today.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Oh.
I literally didn't get any recording done. So I have to hope tomorrow that there's no issue, because otherwise...
Shit.
Yeah.
We gotta record for that video.
I know. So I even tried to do a stream tonight to see if it was better. I actually streamed Chronos. Remember that VR game?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking cool. It's weird. Like there. I'll tell you about I'll tell you right now. Fucking the mechanics are awesome. Every time you die, you age 1 year, and because of that, you come back a year older. And because of that, as you get older, you're no longer able to use a lot of your strength stuff, but you gain the ability to use more arcane stuff.
Huh.
It's really fucking cool, and it's got this weird like you start the game like, and like it's Sword and Shield, Dark Souls like, but like you're in like this weird industrial like with like elevators and shit and computers and stuff.
That's not the MMO that people were talking about.
No, it's single player.
Okay.
And then like there's all this stuff about like what's going on, and then these weird like stones that you touch, and then you warp into other places. So then I went to, and then suddenly I'm in like this medieval setting. It's like, it's really fucking interesting. Like, and I wish it fucking worked. I wish Twitch worked today because I wanted to play more. But
yeah,
I hope that once I'm done with the top 10 shop theme stream, I can stream that game because that was a lot of fun and people seem to dig that. Just, you know, I look like an idiot fucking like with this fucking big honking thing on my face, like
just like looking around.
Yeah. So there's that. I am endorsed by Ernie Ball.
Hey.
That will not ever not be the weirdest fucking thing to me.
Yeah, he's got a picture on their homepage.
Yeah, I'm an official artist. Like I'm like at the bottom.
I'm a real
but like,
boy.
Yeah, but like I'm like the newest Ernie Ball like official artist now. People have been asking me what that means. What I can say means I'll be getting strings for free.
Yay!
I mean, I'm gonna be definitely talking to them about actually working with them to be mutually beneficial between like me helping Ernie Ball push some of their products and stuff in a way that doesn't seem forceful and stupid. Like, hey everybody, look at this new product I'm demoing today. They seem to be really on board with like, hey, we really dig the video game music thing and people really dig it, so let's work with that.
Yeah.
So nothing's gonna change.
If you just give their product exposure, that's what they really want.
Right.
I mean, like with like I got a PRS thing, just a one-time deal with them, but I literally just sent them screen caps of some of my videos that did really well.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, look at those numbers. And it's just like that PRS headstock is front and center. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I might have another thing that I have yet to announce that I also might be endorsed by, which is equally as cool. And other than that, yep, TwitchCon's coming up. I'm not playing MagFest.
No.
An announcement. And I think that's it. That's for cons too. TwitchCon will be it until MagFest.
Well, I'm going to be at Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
That's right.
So these boys aren't going. But if you're going to be, you know, Seattle, Portland, something like that area, and you're going to that, come say hi. I'll be there. I'm going to be there with a bunch of the game review kids and some other, like I think Booze and Walsh will be there. Josiah McDaniel. Ace Waters will be there. So if you want to come get a signed copy of Determination 1 and 1 only, then you can come see us there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you next week for the more questions, I guess, because cool. Nice.
Bye.
Have some acoustic foam.
Why
Rich.
is this here? That's not even acoustic foam.
You gotta sound good for the fluff.